Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, the Ninja King. Today we're doing what if deku had 6 powers. Anyways, so as you guys know, I've been recently been doing these things where I will tell you guys what the what ifs for the week is, so that people can see what ifs I'm gonna do for the week. Anyways, I don't think I should waste any more time, and just let the video continue as it is. Anyways, I don't remember what part this is. I was writing it down. Anyways, let's not waste any more time and get on with the end. So one thing I do want to mention that I made a mistake last word was accidentally calling Mimi 11 when she should be 12. Mm. Anyways, that aside, let's get on with the further parts. God damn it. Without Ray kept feeling his head was a headache. After yesterday's mission of taking down another one of the group's missions, he was definitely having a headache. Midori wondered how this group all started, but then remembering everything. He got up, dressed himself up, and just once again started to communicate with Second Light, wondering what other situations they both can, get himself into. But in general, Midori was doing all of this for a reason. He didn't want other people from the Forsakens to get involved in this. The Forsaken had now grown even more in members due to multiple peoples coming in. Forsakens were divided into multiple groups, 6 to be more precise, with 6 head leaders of each of the groups. It goes like this. On top was Midoriya. Below him was the 6 generals. Below them were the Gruntiers. There were hundreds in numbers. They were in with multiple kids who ran away and hurried to the Forsaken groups, villain organizations that wanted a treaty, and some villains who, well, they're not evil to general, just decided to come here because they believe that no one else can trust them. It also helped the fact that they had one of the most top-tier support companies does everything else by their side. Thank you, Zero Two, Midoriya thought to himself about that last part, mostly because things are kind of a little bit hectic when it comes to everything. Being the leader of an organization kind of sucks, but it has to be done. After all, Midoriya is probably the only one that is gonna run this thing until reaches situation. Midoriya starts to go to the training room where he will see a bunch of the other training. All of them will start waving at him, knowing who he is. Alright. As sick as he then starts to train, Midori decided to train his body and not just his powers, thinking that in the future he may need this in case a quirk inhibited collar is put on them. Also, I know that it's technically made up, but that thing, something like that should exist. Like if DC can do it somehow, I think that they should be able to. My academia should also be able to do it, seeing how many people have superpowers and how many villains are there. Plus, we never explains what the thing that cover the villains with is anyways, so yeah. Midori starts training and starts seeing the news as well. In the news, it has been said that the Forsaken group has once again raided a knife of the New Life Foundations. Midori would laugh at that. well. It looks like we are officially going to war, Midori would say, then back up, stressing himself a bit. I hate all of this. Midori would say, I don't think I wanted was to become a hero in the past, as then a voice would chime in.
Well, in general, you're still a hero, but in a different sense. Isn't vigilantism just the first step of becoming a hero, or is it not? Plus, look at all the good you're doing while you're here.
I wonder, how's that bastard that killed my parents are doing? Midori would think of awful one's face was grim, before Six picks up again.
Don't you remember? We basically killed him, or technically speaking, I did. After all, when you first awakened, you may have blacked out. I didn't tell you this because I didn't feel like someone as young as you should not get this information anyways. But still, sometimes it is more hectic. But still, what do you think of all of this situation you got yourself into, Midori?
I don't know. Light, do you have any idea about that?
Let's see. Maybe. I got no idea myself either.
Well, other than us basically being in a dead-end situation, I think I should go on with the rest of the group, as both Light and Sig did nod their head, agreeing with Midoriya. As Midoriya then goes, basically seeing the other members training, as we didn't come out. Diablo! As immediately someone would come out of Midoriya's shadow. It seems to be the same as Midoriya with red double-like horns, or more like spiral-less horns, wearing a coat and glove, as his eyes matched with Midoriya. What is it, boss? Nice to see you again. Anyways, how's the going? I basically took it down. Yes, I've gotten some more information. Diablo would then pull out a bunch of other files from Midoriya's shadow. Thanks for that. This kind of, helps a lot in this type of situation. Having someone that in espionage and covers up is basically good. That's nice to know. And so I have one thing to ask. Yes, about UA. We may need to infiltrate it. Why do we need to infiltrate UA? We don't know how much of the Light Foundation is involved in the UAs in general. So having some people there might help. Shadow would nod his head. And you want me to go to UA? Try to find some hero that works into UA. I will see what I can do, boss. As Diablo then just goes back in to wherever he went to. That ability is pretty powerful. Well, not as powerful as mine instant teleportation, but still pretty powerful nonetheless. Midori would then hear the slamming of a door as he looks aside to see two of his people basically fighting, one arguing and then slamming the door pretty hard. That was weird. Midori sighs. As then someone would come in. It would be a much older looking man. But leader. The man feels weird to say that word. What is it? Jake, is that free? Yes, right. Here's the files for some of the members of the New Light Foundation. So our business don't let me make it to them. Midori would then say taking in the files and start looking at them. Good. So what do you want me to do? Infiltration is obviously the most loyal and the most trusted people. Sarah only has to decide to get more information, just in case they do leave. Midori then snapped the necks. Got it. Good. The Light Foundation should not know anything about it. Only thing they should know is the Forsaken group is just led by some escaped experimentees. Alright? The man wouldn't go away. Meanwhile, in the Light Foundation, Dr. Uchiko was experimenting and testing out multiple different serums and experimentations. Meanwhile, next to him would be a much more younger looking Shigaraki. Yes, so before you ask how is Shigaraki still here? Technically speaking, Alpha 1 was not a corpse when Shigaraki was found, and Shigaraki is older than Midoriya. So vice versa, and while Shigaraki was Midoriya and the rest were still a kid. So this technically means that Shigaraki is still in there in his younger years, before he, became a villain. So that's why he's still with Uchiko. Shigaraki would basically be looking around before he sees something. The tube, as he starts walking around, he finds the tube that has a certain something. A loving grown baby. It is growing faster than I thought, Shigaraki would then say. In 3 years it would be as old as a 15-year-old. Dr. Ichika would appear to Shigaraki. And this thing is made out of All Might's DNA. That's correct. Still, impressive, I gotta say. What about his quirk? That's the whole point. We cannot find All Might's quirk inside of him. It's almost like, so you basically made him quirkless? Not in general. We're trying to find a perfect quirk that will fit him. So why are we making this? One is to handle the leader of the Forsaken groups. You mean the Black Slugs? Is that the media would call them? No, but I think the leader of Life Foundation calls him by a different name. Sick. Why seek? For a specific reason he's seeking out Life Foundation, because he was related to us and everything else in between. There's the word seek. So the big man upstairs is afraid of him? Yes, that's for certainty. How particularly interesting. Shigaraki would then say, looking at the test tube. Still, what about the other one? I mean the corpse that we're trying to revive? It's gonna take a while, but I'm pretty sure she's gonna be in fully functioning human now. And about your projects, you mean the Nomus? Well, we're being funded, but I don't have Alpha 1's quirk, so it's gonna take a lot longer. Looks like things are being planned. What about our battle against UA? No. The Life Foundation has told us to stay quiet as much as we can. Until we can get more members. Alright then, I understand that now. Shigaraki would not leave. As meanwhile, Midori would once again be reading his files in his office. At 12 year old. Well, technically Midori would be 13 since it has been 1 year right about now. Drinking his tea and coffee and reading the files. Yeah, I like that mixed joke. As then You know who? Nana wouldn't walk in. Nana, what do you want? Well, we have a new recruit. I found this girl, and let's just say she doesn't have a great childhood. Those eyes would meet to a much younger looking Himiko Toga. Put her with the recruits. Alright, boss. She wouldn't take Himiko Toga. Miss Nana? Who is he? Oh, he? That's our leader. Toga's mounted brigade. But he's as old as me. That's the whole point. He's much more stronger than all of us, well, being younger than all of us as well. He's the guy that made this group, and the guy that is currently waging a war against Life Foundation. Interesting. Hey, what's going on here? Nana would look at the other senior member of the group. Oh, hello, Davy. Long time no see there. Who may he be? That's Davy, one of the other older members that joined the group in its first heyday. Oh, yeah, I remember reading the news about you guys. You guys were more of a villain group. Not a villain group. It's at best we're a vigilante, but nowhere near we're killing. What about the people of the Life Foundation? They deserve it. Both of them would then say, wow, you guys have some beef with the Life Foundation. Trust me, being experimented on, tortured, and basically manipulated is not a good situation. So the Life Foundation is filled with villains, correct? Yeah, in the most typical sense of the word, the Life Foundation are filled with anarchist, misogynistic assholes. I'm pretty sure not all of them are assholes. We have encountered some of the heroes that are good guys. Darby would then say, yes, but majority of the people now working in Life Foundation are from our Jason who either have switched sides or infiltrating them. Damn, the infiltration community has been growing much more. We need people to do that. Anyways, how's the healing squad going? They're still doing fine. Hattori is still healing all the people she can, and flight powers are also increasing at the same time. That's good to know. What about the Angel twins? They're still a mystery to me as well. One of them is completely loyal, I can tell that. But what about the other one? The male? The brother? It's hard to tell about him. Got it. And what about the Hawks look-alike? Ah, him. It's hard to tell actually. He's definitely powerful, and it's definitely related to the hero Hawks. Even though he's recently made his debut, he's still growing into the popularity ranks, that's for certain. I suggest in a few years, he may just become one of the top 10s, or even a higher ranking of the top 10 heroes. Popularity aside, he definitely saves a lot of civilians. That's correct. But now what do we do about the vigilante Stindel? Let's keep him by. Oh, you mean that former vigilante? That's correct. We already know that the Crawler and his team have already dealt with him, so we don't have to worry anything about him for a while. But what if he reappears? If he does, we will proceed to take him down. Or heck, infiltrate us into it. Their board would be walking as they would be talking this. As being some of the fewer senior members, they would be doing it. Darby, in this timeline, doesn't have all the scars he did. Thanks to him repeatedly visiting Nana, who she always bears him about. Doesn't help the fact that Darby is considered as one of the more powerhouses for the groups. So, in general, this is kind of a wasted opportunity for him. Heck, if he can heal himself from all the scars he can. This also makes his public appearance with the group kind of a lot more questionable. He decides to wear a lot of a Joker mask and goes by the villain name Juster, in his timeline at least. And it's a pretty great disguise actually, even though over time his skin does burn off. Sees Nana's always there to carry him back to Mimi, or well, to Tori to be more precise, and heal him. Meanwhile, at a different place, Mimi was going to middle school. She decided that she needed some records for her so that, she can get into UA. That's her plan, and in general, Midoriya's plan. She became one of the few top tier students, as her octopi quirk allows her to basically do multiple things multiple heroes can at the same time, which basically makes her a jack of all trades, master of all, in a way. And she basically became one of the star pupils in the school. Everyone cheered and even graced for her. She was happy about it. From the youngest years, she was basically hated because she had a mutation quirk, but now everyone liked her. But this also came with the fact that is because he is useful. Mutation quirk people in the My Academia universe are not treated that well. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, in general, he was basically enjoying her time. And Midori was having headaches waiting to all the files. Oh, come on. Not another property damage. Midori didn't say before typing his earpiece. Go to Central City A59. Bunch of buildings are destroyed. Get the contract before any other company does. This is how Life Foundation earns majority of the money. By property damage they accidentally caused, or by property damage done by villain, selling stuff, gear systems, and many more. I wonder what Hero and 02 are doing. Their quirk, the Stella, is powerful after all, but how powerful can it get? I actually never questioned that, with overthinking to himself a bit, wondering why he had never questioned him about the Stella. That's a powerful mecha-based quirk that they both can summon, even though they both can summon an individual version of the quirk, which is less powerful than the combined version of both of them. I think an explanation was that they've infused here with Nana's DNA, thus basically making him the perfect driver for Nana. Whatever that was, it was something else. Midori would slam himself into the seat and start rolling around. As he then pulls out his phones and just starts playing some games and watching some hero videos. Just because he was the leader of an organization that basically approached one of the biggest organizations last business just running the world doesn't mean he isn't a kid. He still wants to live a normal life as a hero, save people and do things like that. Oh, only if you knew what is gonna happen to you in the Cannon Town, Midoriya. If only you knew. But heck, if the society is gonna make him a villain, they'll get one, but not one that kills people indiscriminately. As then, immediately someone would be pulled into his office. Please forgive me. Midori would look at the person with another few guards. What is the meaning of this? Midori would then say before Sarah comes out. He's infiltrated us. So Life Foundation knows? No. He was gonna leave today and tell everything about us. Luckily, I was waiting for the perfect time and grabbed him down. I was only guards to bring him here. Midori would then go. Is he telling the truth? Of course he's not. Immediately Sarah would then play a recording of him, basically him monologuing and telling everything else. You know you should not monologue. The man went, what about it? The Life Foundation, what about? Snap. As his neck would basically go 160. As two of the arms would be there. I've no use for traitors. Burn the body. And what about the Life Foundation? Actually, show them to it. In our next raid. Next day, it would be another raid. As everyone would basically be running and hiding and fighting. In the middle of the wave, fire would erupt them and they would escape with the guards basically sneaking at them. As then, a body would fall down. What the hell? A bunch of the Life Foundation guards would go and check the body, realizing what was his. Holy shit, it's Samuel! Oh mother, we sent him to investigate and he's dead? It looks like it, another one of the guards would then say, leaving to the boss that another one of their spies had been caught and had been killed. Immediately, a slam we heard. God damn it! These guys are way too good. They can tap any of my spies, but how? What do they have against me? Whatever, they just form my test subjects anyways. When I'm done with my project, none of them will stand a chance. Especially their leader. The man would look at the file, clone or file 016. What should I name you? I know. He would then pull out some sort of bunch of other files before he names it. A certain name, Project All A. A stands for Project All Might. Very fitting if you personally ask me. I never liked All Might in general, but seeing this as an opportunity of mine, I can definitely use this to my advantage. I also hit on Russian for some reason. That was weird, the man would then say, as he did realize himself that he was speaking in a Russian accent for whatever reason. As then the man would start to walk away with an evil grin coming on his face. The grin would be now plastered on his face, ready to not be remembered for the next God knows how long. It's pretty weird if you think about everything in this show is weird. Anyways, back to Midoriya. Midoriya was sleeping as he didn't once again got a dream again. Be finding someone who seems to be looking like All Might, but less scrawny than in his younger days. We turn to the person why does he look like All Might, but the person doesn't care. As Midoriya is fighting him, a certain someone would then come down as well. This one seems to have more of a zombification quirk and start to fight Midoriya as well. During his dream fight, he almost lost the fight before being saved by Saro, Davi, and the rest. But he also got a new. What the hell was that? Light, sick, explain?
I don't know, Midoriya, but it to me seems too much real. Almost like it's a premonition.
So the kid has future sight now. Great! You're becoming more like Blitz day by day. First leading a powerful organization that is hidden by the people ready to save people who are mistreated or misguided for its superpowers, and now you're starting to have premonition just like he is. God, I hate that man.
Well, you still haven't explained to me who Glitch is, and I'm pretty sure you will never explain to me who Glitch is. But, anyways, I don't care. And I wouldn't say, kind of filling his head, having a headache. But if this is a premonition, I better get my forces ready. Both Sick and Light will not their head. Meanwhile, at the League of Villains, Shigaraki would basically be saying Rust. Well, to be more precise, Ambush, as he's drinking from a small cup. And you wanted to join us for what reason again? How many times do I have to tell you that, Shigaraki? You know what? I don't care. I'm just trying to live my life right about now. Shigaraki wouldn't say, man, confused, I have no purpose. I have no purpose anymore. Like, what am I doing with my life? Yeah, just wanna play some games. See Notch and Head as they both just go to play some games. And I think I'm gonna end it now up here for today. Hope you guys like this part, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Tell me what other what ifs you wanna see in my channel. Anyways, bye.